Back to Soda City Live. We are in one of our favorite places here, which is our Soda City Live kitchen. We are here today with a very special guest, someone who's been here on our show before. So exactly, we're so excited to have you. And if you're wanting to change your eating habits, but wanting something with some flavor, maybe something the kids are going to be, they've been snacking all summer, right? They've been eating all types of unhealthy things all summer.
We.
And we have as well. We're all guilty of it, but we want to incorporate some healthier habits this year. Registered dietitian, and nutritionist at Lexington Medical Center, Kay MacInnis. She is here again, joining us today. Every time Kay comes, we have a spread, and I always leave with food to take home.
I hope so.
All right, Kay. Well, you have some sweet and some savory things for us today. So tell us what we're going to be making.
So I thought, since it's so hot, and I know this is probably a little different, but it's frozen watermelon. So it's super hydrating, super refreshing, right? So that is so easy because it's so easy to eat more watermelon than we need. And so what do I do with it? It's a great thing. Just put it in the freezer. Pineapple's another thing that you can put in the freezer. Slice your apples, put those in the freezer, right? For me, I'm always a little short on the protein, so I always have either an almond butter or a peanut butter. And I turn that almond butter upside down so that you know that that's a way to mix the oil back into the butter and you don't have to stir it quite so much.
That is a great idea.
Okay. So I'm always looking for something quick and easy when I come in the house, and I get tired of just doing plain old yogurt with my fruit, right? Because we always want to marry some kind of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates can be super healthy with something that's got a little bit of protein in there, right? And I do love a little sweet treat. So this is a little bit of cream cheese, right? And y'all, cream cheese is a fat, right? It's not a protein. But I've got
a healthy fat?
It can be if you buy the lower fat one. Okay. And this is Greek yogurt, which has got a little bit more protein because it's strained twice. Just a little bit of vanilla and some sugar.
Oh, so we can have some sugar?
Yeah, and you can do the strawberries in there. It's not about all or none. It's really about learning how to moderate things. And we're not so good at that, right?
No, absolutely not. We want to eat till we're full instead of eating the portions that we should be eating. So again, these are some things that you can kind of prep and bring to lunch with you, maybe to work.
You can definitely do this at work, right? And if you've got to bring something to work, the yogurt with the cream cheese and that, it just gives it a different flavor and a different, different twist to it, right? Everybody's dipping the strawberries and the fruit in the chocolate.
Yeah.
This is a little bit healthier.
A lot healthier.
Yeah. And then we've got some strawberry or berry cupcakes, right? And I don't know if you guys can get the full effect on camera or not, but you can do these lots of different ways. This could be a pie, this could be a cupcake, right? It could be just a dessert for dinner, a frozen desserts so it's really easy. Again, it's a ready whip, cool whip kind of thing, and it's got some cream cheese in there, and it's got some fresh berries in there, which are going to bring a little fiber, right?
Like a mini cheesecake almost.
It's like a mini cheesecake.
Nice.
And it's actually one of the recipes that we use with my mother-in-law who has kidney disease.
Oh, wow.
So it's a really good combination, and it can go to lots of different audiences, right? For my people that have a few blood sugar issues, there's no added sugar here, right? But I've got some sugar in there with that ready whip, and my fruit's bringing a little bit of sugar in there too. But it's all a little bit healthier, right?
Now let me ask you this. Would you, let's say you are diabetic, would you do sugar-free Cool Whip?
Absolutely could, right? And then sometimes I want less of the real thing. So it can go both ways, but the really cool thing about doing it this way as opposed to the pie is it's pre-portioned.
Oh, that is a great idea.
Right, and so you don't have to really think about the serving size so much, right?
Absolutely.
And you're one and done.
And then this is a nice, healthy treat to bring if you're having any last-minute summer events and some gatherings, some other options for other people that may have some dietary restrictions. Now, I had a question about the frozen watermelons. Are we eating them frozen, or can we blend them as well?
You can blend them, but I just eat them. I mean,
just
they're so refreshing. When it's so hot outside, I'm coming in from Lexington all the way across town back to my house. This is something I can walk in and I can grab one or two out of the freezer, and it just feels like I've done something, but it's so refreshing, right?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Now we have some more items over on this side. Tell us what we have here.
Can't travel anywhere without some kind of veggies, right?
Yes.
And so again, trying to figure out how I can get something in, and I do love the hummus, right? So and hummus comes in so many different flavors, and it's so easy to make. But my absolute all-time favorite is just the original with a twist of lemon. Right?
Yes.
I'm a citrus person, so that's an easy easy way for me to flavor something. And again, you can see, you know, that hydration is the issue of the day. Milk can actually be a nice hydration, especially if you've got little ones and you're trying to, you know, get them hydrated. It's got a little bit of protein in there as well as carbohydrates. So that's a nice way to hydrate. And then I love the cheese because protein is such an issue, right? And I'm trying to really drive folks to the real thing, not so much of the stuff that comes with the shakes, right? We really want to eat the real food, right? When you eat, you produce serotonin and you feel better, right? You feel good, right? So we've got some cottage cheese, which is a great way, and I have found that either you are cottage cheese or you are not cottage cheese, right?
I love it. I love it. Well, okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. When we come back, we're going to finish talking about some of the snacks that Kay has brought, and we're going to even have a chance to make these little zucchini pieces. So stick with us. We'll be right back with more. We are back in the kitchen here with Kay MacInnis. She is a nutritionist with Lex Med. Before the break, we were talking about some healthy snack ideas for at work or after work, and some snacks for the kids as well. We're actually also talking about getting rid of all the junk food out of your pantry and refilling it with some healthier things so you're not tempted. Just kidding, but it might be a great idea. So, Kay,
I love it.
We went through a lot of the we went through some of the sweet, and now we're going to some of the savorier more snacks.
You know, school's getting ready to come back in. We're all going to be short of time. I do love that the sticks, the carrot sticks and the celery sticks, you can go to the grocery store, and that can be a time saver, right? And it's also a nice addition. The hummus comes in little containers. That's great for a lunchbox as well, right? And then the cheese. I mean, when I get home, or again, protein's a really hard thing, right? So I want some cheese, so I'm going to come to, and you can buy it regular, you can buy it low fat, whatever suits, right? Cottage cheese is a really good option. You can add that with a little fruit. You could add it with a little bit more savory, like some tomatoes out of your garden this time of the year, right? But there's all kinds of ways to add this protein in. Like I'll mix it in with my scrambled eggs.
Oh, that's
like I beat it into the scrambled eggs, right? To add a little bit of extra protein to it. And then I do love the carrot chips, right? So that's always a good thing for me, like with the hummus, or if I've got some kind of a yogurt ranch dip, right? I love the fact that I can now buy these kinds of seasonings.
I love Trader Joe's.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you can buy these just anywhere. That just happens to be the store that's near me. So I've got the ranch dressing mix, right? And then the green goddess, because those are blends that I love, right? So if you had a sodium issue, you would just add some extra herbs to this to cut the amount of salt that's in these things, right?
Yes. Now we are running short on time. I wanted to make sure we were able to get to the zucchini pieces. So we slice them, and you're putting them in the oven, but you have a season on there too.
I put them in the oven, and I do buy the ones that are a little bit bigger, right? So, and you can do a couple of these just to show, and we're going to put them in the under the broiler just to brown them a little bit, and then you're going to put a little bit of seasoning on here. This is a salt-free seasoning, right?
Almost like Dash.
It is kind of like Miss Dash, but it's that Herbes de Provence, and it's been around for a gazillion years, y'all, right? And then your favorite marinara sauce, right? I love this one because it doesn't have added sugar to it.
Oh, okay.
So many times you find the marinaras or the spaghetti sauce that has, right, added sugar. And again, if you don't like the zucchini, maybe in the as the school year goes in further, you might do this on an English muffin or a pizza thin, right?
Oh, nice.
And then you're just going to top it with a little bit of mozzarella, right? And then you can pop this actually in the microwave, or if that broiler oven's still warm, put it back in the oven for a minute, and just to get that cheese melted, right?
I love it. I love it. And you know, it kind of reminds me of a Lunchable. And because vegetables don't need to be cooked and they don't have any egg or any raw ingredients, you can just eat it just like this. Well, Kay, thank you so much for joining us. I actually had a chance to snack on this during the break. The watermelon frozen is amazing. And it is always a pleasure to have you sharing these healthy and delicious snacks with us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Soda City Live. Stick with us.